Hey Cheddar. How you doing? You here to be in my video? My little video that I'm gonna make, Cheddar? Okay, bye. Yeah, super low budget, showing off things, something a little bit different. I got this in the mail today. It's a little adapter here. It's a HDMI to HDMI thing, and you might be wondering, why would you make a video about that? That's real dumb. You're dumb. That's a dumb thing to make a video about. And there's a reason for that, and as some of you might know, regarding the mayor who is over there, she's leaving at the end of next month, which means that TV, which is right there, will no longer be here, which means I can't play video games or record anything. Or so I thought, because I have here a Cintiq, and maybe there's some way, through a bunch of weird adapters and stuff, that I could play video games on my consoles through the Cintiq with sound. And I think, potentially, with this adapter, it's possible. So before I start messing around with all that stuff over there and showing you how that's currently set up, essentially the setup here, there's some things that I don't think I will, and that's the sound of this getting dragged around, because like I said, I'm a real professional, real neat and tidy, so sorry about all the mess and everything, but anyway. So the current setup is everything at the moment, not that you can see all of it, because there's a hell of a lot of wires back there. Basically, the way I have everything set up is everything goes into a switch box, which is right there. So all my HDMI signals go into that, and from that actually goes into a HDMI. So actually, I'm gonna unplug the charger. I got battery. Go on the ground. Okay, and so that all goes into a splitter, which is actually behind all this stuff, and you can't see it right now. And what that splitter does is one of the signals from that split box goes to the television, and the other one goes to the capture card. And by sending a separate signal to the capture card, that means that when I'm playing, I'm getting absolutely zero lag from the input going through there first and then to the TV. I know this is just a pass-through, but it was something I wanted to do just in case. And the other reason that I use a split box is because of the PlayStation 3. It has a DHCP copy protection on it, and by putting the signal through a splitter, that actually strips that copy protection out, which obviously I'm not using it to pirate things, but it affects PlayStation 3 games. Most PlayStation 3 users will use component cables to capture, but not me. No, I'm all HDMI all the time, like a real pro. Anyway, the other thing is for sound, I'm using these Astro headphones, I forget which model they are, and they use either optical or coaxial sound. So at the moment the HDMI goes into the back of the TV with this cable here, this HDMI, and then it comes out of the coax and that goes back down around into the it's like a little amplifier actually, and what it does is it takes a 5.1 surround sound signal and then mixes it down to a stereo signal, but because it's going to that amp first, it'll actually use volume control of those 5 channels in stereo to emulate the sound of surround, which is pretty fucking cool in my opinion. I only paid like $150 for them on eBay. Normally, I've had it for a couple of years now. Normally they go for like $400. I think you can get wireless ones now, but I'm all about wires, even though I hate them. I don't like the interference you get with wireless stuff. But anyway, so that's something that won't work with this. Now, it's why I needed the adapter. All right, so here's my current setup for my workspace. It's a bit of a mess. I gotta redo some things. Also ignore that tire of games there. That's for the next Gerkinman Monthly, and you're not allowed to look at it. Anyway, so yeah, the MacBook's what I used to record on. I mainly just use this for social media and YouTube now. This is the PC I bought a couple of months back, and obviously this is the Cintiq. Now this is a 22 Cintiq. I forget which. I think it's just HQ was the model. I forget. Anyway, it doesn't have a HDMI cable. It uses this sucker here. It came with DVI, and I think VGA as well, but this being a newer laptop, it doesn't support DVI or VGA. It has HDMI out. So I had to get this adapter to convert DVI to HDMI. I have it set up to be mirrored because it's behind there, obviously. I don't need dual screens. And obviously with this machine here, I don't really need dual screens anyway because I got 2 computers running. So I needed to find a way to plug the split signal from my consoles into this HDMI here. But of course this adapter here is a HDMI male. And of course the cable that goes into the television, which we'll be using, which is this red one. I like to color code my cables so I know what each one does. This is of course a male, and I can't plug a male into a male. And that's where this little adapter here from Monoprice comes in. I haven't opened this yet, so consider this my very first unboxing. This little plastic bag here. Ooh, you can marvel at this little thing here, which I just unboxed off screen because only doing it with one hand would suck. So yeah, HDMI female to HDMI female. It's mono price. I quite like their connectors and stuff. I think the build quality, especially if the price this was $6 and it took 1 day to deliver, which is pretty awesome through Amazon. And it came with these little cover protectors, which is great. I love the fact Monoprice has those so you can protect your stuff if you're not using it. Awesome. But here comes a real test. I'm going to link these two together and try to feed this, obviously, my consoles into this Cintiq. Cintiq doesn't have audio though, which is another problem. Obviously, it's a touch screen for drawing. Why would it have sound? So the other thing I'm gonna have to do is, for sound, I'm going to have to plug my headphones into the capture card to get my audio that way. And that means that the capture card's always gonna have to be powered, even if I just want to play games for fun in order to get audio, which kind of sucks. But I'm gonna set this stuff up. I'm gonna see how it works, if it works at all. All right, so everything's plugged in. I'm gonna try the Xbox One, and hopefully, there it goes, it's booting. Hopefully that should turn on this screen. Hey, we got a blue light, no signal, going to sleep. Oh, we got it, we got video. Yeah, that's good. Now, there's no discernible lag that I can feel. Now, the real question is there going to be a lag in the audio coming through the capture card? That's something I don't know. So we've got the picture going. Obviously I'm going to try it out here with Dark Souls 2 because that's what I'm currently playing. And if you want to try something out and you want to know that it's responsive, this is the sort of game you want to play on. You know, something that runs at 60 frames a second and is very, you know, Twitch sensitive. I don't have Xbox Live Gold, obviously, which is why all this junk's coming up. This actually looks quite nice running on here, but there is some artifacting. There are some pixels and things happening on the screen here, which I'm not overly fond of. But that could be, it looks like it's around certain colors. Don't know what that's about. Something to be aware of. Though it does seem to be sporadic, because there's none happening now. I had little green specks flickering all over the place. Alright, so now I'm going to put my headphones on, and I'm going to see if the audio is in sync. Well, currently I'm not getting any audio, so that's bad. You know what I think that is? I think that's because it's supposed to be going out of the HDMI. So I'm going to quickly go into my capture card settings, but thankfully it's still installed on my MacBook here. I'm going to do some late hacks here on my MacBook. Now, for some reason, also I used to do all my recording on my Mac, like I said. They never took the recording software, never got out of beta. So it hasn't been updated in like 2 years, and that's another reason why I wanted to get a PC and move to that format, amongst all those other things. I don't think I can set it up to be able to receive an audio signal from the capture card. Yeah, still no sound. Frustrating. I could have sworn there was a way to get the audio out of the capture card though. I know there used to be. Right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to plug it into my PC, which has a different version of the software, and I'm going to see if that works. Just a little update. Got it working. The secret is to not have the Cintiq plugged in first. Just have it going through the capture card, the audio signal will come through. Once that is set in place, then you plug the HDMI into the Cintiq. That doesn't cancel out the signal. The signal keeps going through as it normally would. And then you get audio. There is no lag, which is fucking brilliant. So yeah, I can fully play video games now. No lag. I can record right here on my Cintiq. So yeah, this video, this one little adapter was a complete success. Everything works fine. So when I next make one of these videos, it'll be me rejigging that entire setup that's over there to work with this so that it's all laid out in like a nice, neat little fashion so everything's easy to understand. So I hope you join me for that whenever that is. And yeah, once again, thanks for joining me.